All right, this is just a basic overview of some of the things we can do as an alternative to Nimble and the expense that Nimble has. This, I think, is far cheaper. It's almost next to no cost to us, or very little cost compared to what Nimble offers. And it's much more engaging, much more informative, and we can generate them for ourselves. Of course, it's going to take some time. It involves a lot of setup. When I did look at Nimble, there are two options. We can generate an entire app that functions similar to Nimble, but that would include a lot more time and also expense. Or we can utilize Classroom, Google Classroom, as we have been doing, but use many of the options or other apps that Google offers for free. I'll just do a quick demo of a course that I got from Paul that he's going to set up for one of the tutors. And it's called Navigating Business Startup and Welfare Benefit. I'm in the Classroom section of Google Classroom, and here you will see several material that I've generated. In interest of time, we're going to start with Navigating Business Startup. If I select that, it will tell you this is an engaging, informative, in-depth, I don't know if in-depth is one word, but we could correct that. In-depth understanding of how starting a business affects your welfare entitlement. You have to click on the link below. It will open in a new tab or window. When you're finished, you could come back and take a quiz. I haven't actually created a quiz, but we can create a quiz or an assignment for as per usual. Okay, so if we select the link, it will take you to this short course. The short course is broken down in modules, module 1, module 2, module 3, and module 4. Each module has, it's not overwhelming. There's just a short section, and it has maybe 3 different pages or slides that you go through, you read. Module 1, the foundation, setup and registration. You could watch a short video.
So, you're thinking about starting your own business, but you're also on benefits. And the big question is, can you actually do it? Is it even worth it? Well, we're going to break it all down. The rules, the risks.
Okay, so
Let's meet Maria and try to find more.
we're not going to go through the entire video, but the video is generated based on the resource material that I got. And I think, yes, there are many different modalities or different ways that people learn visually, auditorily. I don't know if that's the right word. My mind isn't functioning properly right now. Or kinesthetically. So we have different ways of engaging the learner. If we go to the next button, you will notice that again, it's short. You could get it in one swoop. Soup, not S-O-U-P, but you could just see it visually. There's an infographic that you could explore some more. And if we go to next, you have a knowledge check of what information that was going on before. And I don't think it allows you to progress unless you do the knowledge check. Hopefully I get this right. And it won't allow you to go forward unless you get them right. And then in the next module, Universal Credit Sliding Scale, you have a podcast based on the material. So, you could listen through the podcast. I think it's downloadable. You can download it, yes. And you go to the next page of that module. Again, you have another infographic and some information for you to take in. And here you have an interactive calculator. So if you move the slide based on your profit, then you will see here these figures change. So someone who wants to go to business and they're on universal credit, they can decide whether or not they are on it's beneficial to them or not. Right, let's go to the next page. Again, you are given a knowledge check. Not sure which one of them. If I select that, it's wrong, so we can't continue. We try the quiz, we select the 55, and then you submit your answer, and then you can go to the next module. Alright, so module 3, again a bit of blurb and information, and we go and progress through. And at the end of each module, you do have some little knowledge check. Not sure what the answers are. Let's just see if we get them right. We submit. That's 12 months and no flat rate. Let's retry the quiz. Can't get it wrong this time. No flat rate. Answer. And you are able to go to the last module. And you read the information. You work through it. You can download material here. So you could, if you select that, it allows you to download the material. And here you have a PDF that you can download to your hard drive. And we go next. Again, a knowledge check. Let me see if I got, oh no, I didn't get that right. So I'll have to redo. And this is the one. And there we go. And you have completed excellent work. Congratulations, you've completed all the module. And it gives you a little complete little ribbon at the bottom right. Then you can go back to your classroom, and if there is an assignment for you to do, you can do the assignment. Okay, now let me just give you, this option is a gem. The gem shows up here, and it also shows here. If we select that, I'm not too sure if you are familiar with what a gem is. A gem is like a custom GPT. And if you select the gem, the start, it goes into where the gem is. And it's called Startup Support Mentor or Benefits and Business Tutor. So it's going to act like a tutor and work with the person. It says, hello, I'm your startup support mentor. I'm here to help you understand how starting your business impacts your universal credit. Just like we saw in Maria in the course that we just, what module or concept would you like? Can I help clarify for you? And we can, if you go back here and we go to module 2, just trying to find something that I could quiz it on, and I'm just going to pull something out of my hat. I'll just say, what are the types of business I can set up without affecting my benefits? Okay, and then it goes away. It's not going to trawl through the internet. It actually has all the resources contained within the source section of it that it would draw from. Right? It says, hello, da da da. It's common to worry that starting up business means losing your safety net, but I want to reassure you that the rules are designed to be more like a gentle sloping ramp off a cliff. So he's giving that person some information based on the question, and then he gives an important note here. And what it does, would you like to try a quick scenario check to see if the sliding scale might work for a business like Maria's? Again, it's making reference to the course that they just did. And I would say yes. And I think it goes into gathering some data, and it gives the information here. And what is important is that after each response, it gives a kind of a knowledge check. So it, engages the learner to explore what knowledge he or she has and give him or her more information. All right, that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If we go back to our classroom, this is the Jen. There's an interactive video here that I did. It's similar to the video. It is actually the same video. However, if we click and play it, you would notice up here it has a question. If you click on the question, you are given an option to put in an answer, and this helps the person. Yep. All right. So as you go through the video, rather than sitting there and just passively absorbing information, it will stop at certain points and ask you questions based on the content of the video. That's it. It's a lot of information we packed in here. Sorry for being so long. Again, if you have any question, do let me know.